What's up, guys? We got a great question from one of our viewers. She asks, Mike, how often is too often to train? I love to exercise, but I keep reading conflicting stories about training too much, training not enough, training one muscle group per day, every day, training full body every other day. What is the best training split? There's a lot of context in that question, and thank you so much for that. Now, let's really pull back and wonder what your goals are. If your goal is to be, let's say, a power lifter, an explosive strength athlete, most likely you would be better off training more on the resistance side, focused more on barbell work in which you add progressively heavier resistance to your workouts while training multi-joint compound movements. If your goal is to perform on the athletic field, whichever that might be, you will probably be best served training with resistance 1 to 3 days per week. I like every third to every fifth day, depending on volume and intensity, while also utilizing skills training modules plugged in throughout your week to get better at your specific sport, while also adding athletic fitness style movements, rolling them into your training. Now that could be rehab work, it could be prehab work, it could be active recovery, it could be GPP, general physical preparedness, it could be sport specific strength curves with which you need to train and focus on. Maybe that's bounding because you're a basketball player. Maybe that's lots of cutting and running because you're a soccer or a football player. Lots of that is specialized work outside of the additional skills training. When we look at that, all of a sudden, you're training twice per day, 5 days per week in order to fit all this into the blocks. Now, let's say your goal is just to be a fucking badass. You want to walk around this planet, you want to be lean, you want to be strong, you want to be shapely. You want people to look at you and go, God damn, that girl is in shape. That dude is in shape. Man, he is jacked. She looks fucking awesome. Tight abs, curvy ass, nice shapely thighs, round shoulder caps, little bit of vascularity in the arms or what it might be. Those type of athletes, think about the body of a gymnast. Think about the body of an amateur wrestler. Think about the body of a mixed martial arts fighter. By and large, those bodies have the best blend of muscularity, low levels of body fat, and high levels of athletic endurance. That's my preference. I prefer to train much more like a combat athlete instead of a field athlete or a strength athlete. Combat athletes must be explosive. Therefore, we perform lots of multi-joint compound movements, usually 3 days per week. We perform field style of training, which will be specific to that given sport. We also perform lots of body weight conditioning, lots of push-ups, lots of sit-ups, lots of pull-ups, lots of burpees, lots of V-ups, lots of lunges, lots of partner carries, lots of odd weighted implement style of work, lots of running, lots of walking, lots of sand dunes, lots of hill sprints, lots of sled dragging, lots of wheelbarrow work, lots of med ball throws. So think about that. Now, I'm just giving you right now, I'm painting the picture of different styles of training to suit your different goals. Let's say you go to work. You got a 9-to-5 job Monday through Friday. You got a family, you got a boyfriend, you got a girlfriend, you got a life. And you got maybe an hour or 2 hours a day to train. My strong recommendation, wake up and get after it. Get a 20 to 45 minute workout first thing in the morning. Get that out of the way. You can go to my 20-minute fitness network. It is a bodyweight centric 20-minute workout devoted channel where I train with you every day, Monday through Friday. For those of you looking for something new, go to the 20-minute fitness network, check that out, subscribe, completely free. You train with me every single day. Lots of great workouts in there. Just follow along with me. You can also wake up and go for a walk. LIST, low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity. Walk 15 minutes out your front door, turn around and come home. You could jog 15 minutes out your door, turn around and come home. You could do intervals. You could sprint to the corner, walk to the next. Sprint to the corner, walk to the next. You could do that for 20 to 40 minutes. Awesome. You could get on a bike. You could hop on your Concept 2 rower. I have an elliptical and a Peloton bike in my house. I have kettlebells in my house. Sometimes I do those workouts, which is like a little 20-minute HIIT style workout, or I'll do my LIST, low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity. I usually do a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 LIST versus HIIT. Later in the day, I just got done my weight workout today. I trained posterior, I trained pull muscles, upper body pull with a little bit of glute activation. That was my training for today. I'll train that 3 to 4 days per week. I'll go heavy resistance. So Monday through Sunday, I pretty much train nearly every morning. That gets me up, it gets me going, it gets me feeling good, it gets me loose, it gets me limber. That changes every day. But I typically get that 20 to 40 minutes in first thing in the morning, so I know I got my workout in the bag. And then later on in the day, I'll hit my higher intensity resistance style training. Now, depending on the training cycle, off season, I get together with a bunch of the college wrestlers. We'll train from kind of March, maybe like April or so through end of August, where we'll wrestle a lot. I'll probably only hit resistance work 2, maybe 3 days a week instead of 4 to 5 days per week. I got to back off a little bit so I can repair, recover, and whatnot. The best style of training is the one that you love and you enjoy the most. You program your sessions intelligently, making sure you have room for active recovery. I sit in the infrared sauna 3 to 4 days a week. I cold plunge 3 to 4 days per week. I foam roll 5 days a week. I do elastic band work. You can see the bands right there. The orange and the blue band, that's all stretching for me. I can work out my hips. I can work on my lats. I can do a lot of banded work. You can see the orange foam roller and the, what do they call it? The peanut, which is kind of like a double-ended mini foam roller for the spinal lower lumbar area. I do that every day. So I'm training 2 to 4 times a day, 7 days per week. Is that overtraining? No. I'm getting leaner. I'm getting stronger. I think I'm adding lean muscle tissue. I gotta go get a DEXA scan here in a few weeks. It's harder. At 43 years old, to keep adding lean muscle tissue becomes more and more challenging without dumping all sorts of anabolic hormones and whatnot into my system. So for me to put on 2 pounds of lean muscle tissue over 1 to 2 months, let's say 6 to 12 week period of time, I'll take that as a high five, as a huge success. That's my goal, but I'm getting stronger. I'm getting better at my lifts. I'm getting leaner. I'm keeping more of the muscle I actually have while I'm slowly bringing down my body fat, because as I sit here in January, guys and gals, summer's coming. Summer's gonna be here before you know it. I've already started my summer prep. It's January. You got February, March, April is where that sun peaks out. There's people running around in bikinis and board shorts in April. May, if you're starting in May, you're too late. If you're starting in April, you're too late. Get started now. So again, let me wrap this up for you. I'd love to see you 3 to 5 times a week, getting up a little earlier than normal and coming to work out with me on the 20-Minute Fitness Network. I'd love to see you walking out your front door, getting 30 to 60 minutes of low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity. Another 3 to 5 days per week. That blend in there. I'd love to see you doing it every day. We're doing something for 30 minutes every morning would be ideal. I'd love to see you at least 3 evenings per week, 3 afternoons per week, 2 afternoons, 2 evenings, and 1 weekend. Getting a little crazy with some weight, some higher intensity resistance exercises will go a very long way. So I'm not gonna build a specific program in this 10-minute conversation, but I'm gonna give you all the tools that you need to start building your own program. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, 30 minutes earlier than you normally do, and you break a little sweat with me maybe on your smart TV, on your mobile phone, on the 20-Minute Fitness Network, then you start going through your day, you feel better, you get hydrated, you start putting good high quality food in your body, and you get that late afternoon workout, you're gonna feel awesome. You're gonna wake up the next day and feel even better, and then go for a walk the next day. That's fine, I'll be there. I mean, I'll be doing my thing on the 20-Minute Fitness Network. You can join me, you can go for a walk. And then you can figure out, maybe you do a little active recovery. You go to the spa, you sit in the hot tub, you go play a little bit of tennis with the girlfriend, whatever it might be on Tuesday, and then you go hard again on Wednesday. That's fine too. All makes sense? Very simple. This is conceptual here, guys and gals. It doesn't always have to be zeros and ones, right? It doesn't always have to be hardcore template programming. We can just have a little chit chat here and talk about bigger picture stuff, because each one of you, the tens of thousands of you that will watch this video, you each have a different life. You have a different goal set. You have a different background. Where you are right now is different from where you were 3 months ago or 3 months from now. So start thinking like this, but you must be committed. You must be focused, and you must be diligent with your effort. That's the most important thing here. That's the most important thing. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you need specific nutrition advice, go to thedolcediet.com right now. Join our 4-week or 12-week online personalized diet and exercise program. The 3 weeks to shred it program and the Living Lean program is there for you. If you want to get a jump start on that summer body right now, go to thedolcediet.com and I will help you get started. And until next time, boom.